Grassi. Grassi. You out there, buddy? You want to talk about it?
Grassi.
Soon enough, you're going to be calling yourself Tom Grossi. I'm so funny. Someone give me a late night talk show. Welcome to the dumpster fire. I am a Yinzer. Guy over there is bald guy, and we are laughing at the Packers and the Falcons today. So how's everyone doing, chat?
We're laughing at the Packers, the Falcons, the Winnipeg Jets.
And also the poor bastards who decided to invest $50 in that Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather grift.
They said it was an exhibition. Like what do you expect? I tweeted out before the fight, I'm not paying money to watch.
Nobody's paying money to see that shit. I didn't pay attention. I'm just like, I did like the congrats because like you fell for a grift. It's like, hey, you know what? I'll give like Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul credit. I mean, they made what, tens of millions of dollars off that fight.
People are saying we should fight. Me and you, buddy.
Well, I mentioned it because like we'll make bank. What,
$1,000 each? Is that worth getting
done a lot worse for $1,000?
Actually, I'd punch you for $1,000.
You know how many male rompers, how many plungers, how many listenings to Le'Veon Bell's mixtape.
That should be, if we ever tie on Clickbait Sports, our punishment should be to box each other.
We got to do pay-per-view or proceeds go somewhere.
How could we do
maybe our medical bills?
It? I guess what we could do is have someone set up a paywall, right? And then give them a link to the live stream somehow after they pay. But then people would start sharing it and emailing it to each other. With that, we could set something up. For sure.
Yeah, we just need some rock'em sock'em robots.
All right, let's get to the main topic that is the bat signal for Tom Grossi. Aaron Rodgers did not show up to mandatory OTAs today.
Oh, mandatory.
It's effectively saying he's holding out is basically what it is.
You knew he was going to do that.
He doesn't want, I didn't think that was that bad, but I think he just doesn't want to go to mandatory workouts. Like, I don't think he feels like he needs to. But what is the goal of this? What is he trying to prove? Has he demanded a trade?
I mean, he did technically, didn't he?
I mean, is this as much body language, or can this just be blatantly interpreted to him demanding a trade?
There was the whole rumor that he did demand a trade in the offseason, or requested.
If he didn't, then what is he holding out for? That's the question, right?
He's holding out because he feels like the team has slighted him for years. And I said this in the past. I feel like this is a situation that's been going on for years, even when before the Gutekunst era. But it's just like it's too far gone. I mean, you have those situations where it's like things change and you're still pissed off at the past situation. It's like things change, and it's just like sometimes it's irreparable. And I'm afraid it might be at that point.
I just don't understand. Like, obviously he's unhappy, but if he hasn't requested a trade or if he doesn't want out, then he should be there, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you're one of the leaders of the team.
It's either that or he just doesn't want to work out early in the season. It's one or the other. I don't get it. I am perplexed by the behavior. Are there any other starting quarterbacks that are skipping mandatory OTAs?
Might be Deshaun Watson.
Well, Watson has an excuse.
Well, it's a little more than an excuse.
Is Tom Brady at minicamp? Of course he is. He wants to win. Nothing's going to stop Tom Brady from becoming an 8-time Super Bowl winning champion. But Aaron Rodgers over here, or as the best insult I've heard on Twitter, someone called him Karen Rodgers, which is
Karen Rodgers.
absolutely brilliant.
That is a given. I mean, that's a nickname that was valid 5 years ago, too, with the Scientology.
Yeah, well, Karen Rodgers doesn't want to come into camp and sling the ball around. I don't get it.
He demands to see the manager of the Green Bay Packers, and that is probably Tom Grassi.
Yep. All right, we did start off with a $50 holler from Crimson Huntsman. I can't go back to see it. Here, have a $50 for support. Now that the Lakers are eliminated, who do you have winning the West? I like the Suns coming out of the West.
Suns don't look too bad. Just watch it be the Clippers.
Oh my God, the Clippers don't even deserve to be there. The Dallas, yeah.
Choke.
Dallas Doncic.
And now Pingus has become the new pandemic P.
Yeah, Kristaps Porzingis. The Knicks aren't looking so bad after getting, it was low times when we got rid of
You still
Kristaps.
brought, I mean, is Dennis Smith Jr. still with the Knicks, or is he gone?
I have no idea.
Because that was the big piece they returned for.
That was one of the actual players, but we have two more picks, two more first rounders, low first rounders in the 20s.
Probably non-lottery, but
yeah, but still, if you can pick up, we have our own picks too, so we're gonna pick up. I mean, sometimes in a shallow draft like what they're expecting this year, they could pick up some talent late. So the Knicks are better off having gotten rid of the unicorn who was sulky and.
He was pissed for a while.
Yeah. Again, back to A-Raj. Like, what does he need from – what do you think he needs to reconcile this situation? Or is he even just – is he just skipping this because he's using this as an excuse to just not have to go into camp and,
I think it's a little both.
Hot summer.
A bit of both, to be honest with you.
Could be.
I said I think it could be irreparable at this point. So
irreparable. Look at you using big words, like lawyer words, right there. Irreparable harm could be done in this relationship.
Oh, that's long done, buddy.
Why don't you start? I forgot to get a drink, so now I'm getting thirsty while the lights are on.
Enjoy your shot of vodka. I will listen to Alex Moreno. And talk about that. Gentlemen, our ode to Mr. Grossi is ready. Also have enlisted the help of Aberica to provide some backing vocals. Shall be a fun return to form today. Ooh, I'm actually interested in that, Alex. Let me know when you're ready. Red Rhino 94. Someone remind me to never buy Pirelli tires for my car after watching the Baku race. Jeez, I did not actually pay attention to that, but was it like a situation with the Michelins at Indianapolis in 05, like where they just like broke down after like a chicane or a turn? But in the meantime, though, Sean Pinkerton, yes, I'll take field goals on 4th down for 800, Aaron. Oh, it's Brady double. Lastly, Aaron Rodgers to USFL to play for the Memphis Showboats. Cheers. Yeah, the USFL is coming back too. That's ridiculous. That is so crazy. Aberica is apparently currently busy, so that's a bit of a downside, but we'll see about that. I mean, I think there might be some twisting of the arm going on there. Urban Alvarado for 10. And to add Red Rhino's Baku race, Lewis Hamilton lost the wheel setting after the restart and cooked it to the runoff. Insert that fast and furious song, It's Been a Long While. Oh, there's the door. It's Mr. McFeely with a speedy delivery of delicious water. Speaking of which, Mr. E for 5. Good news, Tree. Najee Harris has been putting in lots of extra work to where Eddie Faulkner said he had to go home. The bad news is O-line left too. Oh, jeez.
Okay, I got you. And then not a Russian spy says Cabrian Hayes hit a dong off the foul pole, but since he missed first base, he was declared out. And the run doesn't count.
That's some bullshit, but I mean, that is like a weird rule. But still, I mean, you hit the dong off the foul pole. Let them have the damn dong.
Yeah, but you have to touch all the bases. That's a rule. It's like signing your scorecard in golf. Like, you have to do the stuff. That's Pirates baseball. Who does anyone administer an IQ test to Pirates baseball players before they bring them in?
Come on. It's like the Washington Generals. You're just there to lose. That's all it is about the
Who's the
Pirates.
dude that fielded the ground ball and then ran the guy back to
Will
home?
Craig. And did Tampa Bay just score, or what's going on? Since the end of the second.
Oh, yeah, deflection goal. Right in. Did it beat the buzzer? Let's see.
The buzzer. That's what we're worried about.
Stammer. I don't think it crossed. Oh, here we go with the frame by frame. I love this replay. By
they have to go frame by frame. 1 second, 1, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, it did not hit.
Did not cross?
Nope. It's way before, so that does not count.
The lamp will not.
Still 1-0.
Oh, I'm seeing it now. Oh, yeah. It didn't even touch. So Mrazek's not even in there.
Mrazek was horrible in game.
Oh, my gosh. There was one where he had the glove side.
Tristan Jarry style it.
Yeah, and it just went right over. He didn't even react. Like, I get it. Being a goalie is hard with goals coming at you or pucks coming at you at 90, 100 some odd miles an hour. But, dude, like, you expect the guy to react.
I was in my car. It was 5-2. Or, sorry, 4-2 Carolina. Got a little bit of an echo there. But also, come back to my car, like, after, 10 minutes. It's 5-4 Tampa. I'm like, what? And then everyone's bitches, stay in your car. Stay in your car, for the love of God. And they're going weird like that.
They blew it. You blew it.
They did kind of blew it.
Dodger of Zion said the cry can be heard throughout all of Manitoba. Tabarnak. Dodge. What's up?
What's up, Dodge?
How's it going?
The fucking Jets. The fucking Jets.
It was it was bad.
You blew it.
That's what happens when you don't have to play the Oilers. Like the Oilers weren't actually like a real playoff team, and then it's like, wow, you have to play a team with peak form. If you actually look at the analytics, it was one of the most lopsided series in recent memory. Something
ridiculous. I am enjoying some fine tikka masala tonight.
Oh, nice.
No Vindaloo, huh?
No Vindaloo.
Womp womp.
I'll take things I'll never live down for 1,000, Aaron.
So the Canadians haven't trailed in 2 weeks or something like that. They have not been down in a game at all. This is playoff hockey. I'll tell you this. I've been so impressed with how they've played through neutral. They are all over on the back check. Winnipeg could not get anything going. Their zone entry was just harassed every time. They're playing really good hockey. They remind me of the 2014 Rangers. They might not slow down until they realize that they're not supposed to be where they are. And then they'll just get rolled by Tampa or whoever. But I think that they're playing great hockey right now. It's just, can they keep it up? Can they go all the way? I don't know if they're built to do that. But Bergevin is going to be there until 2041 now.
Oh, Bergevin's got a lifetime extension now. They are making blood sacrifices to him. This is like the once every 5 year Montreal has a random bullshit deep run to the finals, and they're like, "What? Wait, what? Where the hell did this come from?" And it's like, okay. Toronto's literally breaking down because it feels like they should have been them. Edmonton's just down bad because they got swept by Winnipeg, who immediately got swept. Welcome to our life, Edmonton.
What was it last year? All the Canadian teams were out by the first round.
Yeah, I think so.
This year,
actually, no. That was 19, I think.
You could
20,
argue
they were the Canucks waded through the second round.
Yeah, this year the only reason that you could argue that the only reason that a team has made it this far because Canada was guaranteed a spot, all the way to the semis. But for it to be the Habs, it's kind of crazy. Dodge, do you have any announcements?
Well, back to the regular schedule this week. Afterburn immediately after the show. And sometime in the next couple of weeks, I will be talking to you two to schedule I think it's either the third or fourth annual NFL Tarot stream. Pulling cards for the NFL.
We're going to do that in August?
Probably.
Okay, when training camp starts, something like that.
when trading,
I-
or if something major happens between now and August.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for stopping by. We got to get to the snooper chats. And you have a wonderful evening, Dodger of Zion.
See you at the end of the show.
And post your link down in the chat.
Abs-
I think that's over
Doing
here.
that now.
It's right here where Tree's little tiny micro dick is. All right.
No. That's your micro dick. You're just compensating.
See you, Dodge.
Peace out.
Peace
Aw.
out.
You think I have a micro penis instead of nothing?
What do you mean I think? I've seen it.
You have not seen.
I touched
You just that is fake news that you have seen from alternate internet sources that do not defy
Your
reality.
dick pics are all over the internet. Like all you have to do is search urinating tree dick pics and tiny little micro penises show up. And we are
That would imply you were able to
demonetized,
see it.
everyone. Hey, it only took till 8:17 tonight for
That's a
us
new
to
record.
get demonetized.
New record.
James Hamaday, F in the chat for Jim Fossil. And on a sad note,
Yeah. Jim
former
Fossil.
Giants coach, a great man. Look, oh man, I got hit with that today. I didn't realize he was 71.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Like, was he in bad health or was it just like sudden
Heart attack.
situation? Heart attack.
Heart attack.
Yeah.
It's just
That'll do it.
yeah, he was only 71. It just it sucks, dude. It
Mhm.
sucks.
We've
FBI.
come to a part in the world where we're saying he's only 71. I think that's a good sign.
Still, yeah. I mean, that's scary though when you think about how
Yeah.
old you are. Like,
Oh yeah, like I mean that's
Oh.
like what less than 40 years away from me.
Yeah. Well, for me, that 71 is only 27 years away.
Give
Time
it to-
goes like that, dude. 20 years is like that. Like,
Oh yeah,
I
I'm aware. Like it goes so slow when you're a kid, and then when you're an adult, it's like, wait, where the hell did the
Yeah.
time
Oh, I
yeah.
I wanted to hurry up for this shit. Fuck.
Mhm. Like I'm gonna retire, and then like the moment you retire, dead. You're like Bear Bryant or Joe Pa.
Well, my dad, he retired at age like officially retired at like 72, and then he got sick at like by the time he was 74. So like he only really had like you know what? He had some good years there where they got to travel and go to Alaska and do stuff, but it wasn't like, oh, we're rich now and we can just retire and do whatever. It kind of sucks. All right, the FBI sent us a super chat. Well, thank you, FBI.
Oh, the FBI.
Yeah.
FBI, open up.
I was in the second grade when Rodgers beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl. I'm enjoying the storm. He's saying it's a shit storm.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylor Phillips, host of the Michigan Sports Truth, says, even the Lions are having a better time than Green Bay. The Lions, could this be the year that a team buffaloes the Packers and wins the division, and they are the one team that takes over the long-standing dynasty of the Packers, and takes them out. Where's Tom Grassi, everyone?
I don't know. Where is Tom Grassi? Tom Grassi.
Where is Tom Grassi, uncultured barbarian? Not all us Packers fans are Tomminism and Rodgers stands. After all, I can't follow a movement when Grassi cheats in Madden. Oh, was Grassi cheating in Madden last night?
Madden? Oh no!
Tom
It's just
Grassi,
like-
wide receiver for the
Pitchers
Packers.
cheating with the balls now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! They suck again.
Tom Grassi. All right, you read some more.
Yeah, buddy. I will read. I'm kind of paying attention to Brian Hayes missing first on a home run and being ruled out.
Oh, you watching that?
Yeah, I'm like, I might have to do a video on that later. Just a quick one, but oh, geez. Pirates baseball. I mean, it moved down again. Come on. I hate when it does this. Coach Ricks for 5. Do you think the guys the Clippers will make it past the second round? Also, we should start a GoFundMe to broadcast a fight between 5 and 3. GoFundMe, man. We
okay?
need like TV contracts, dude. What's up?
Are you okay? You fumbled through that like
I fumbled that like the butt
Like-
fumble. I fumbled that
Giovanni.
like Craig, man.
no.
I'm doing all right. I just like kind of stumbled there for a second.
Who was the Bengals running back that fumbled? the Antonio
Jeremy
Brown.
Hill.
Who?
Jeremy Hill.
Jeremy Hill. You just fumbled like Jeremy.
Well,
Hill.
he got stripped. He didn't just fumble.
His only job was to run into the line and fall down at that point, and then he should not have gotten stripped. He exposed the ball, and all he had to do was fall down. Like, he was not there to gain yards. Okay, it didn't matter.
Well, I think they needed a first down because they had a couple timeouts.
Still, they could have run out the clock though. I don't think they could have kneeled, but it still would have been better than fumbling at midfield when they should have outright just won that game. Vontez was coming back.
I'm still surprised when that happened, though. I'm not going to lie.
Vontez was coming back from the locker room.
Yep, he should have stayed in that locker room, and they might have won because they weren't even marching down the field. Like, Ben was hobbled as hell. They weren't getting any traction on offense. And then, hey, here's a random 30 yards. Boom, kick's good.
And then what
would have been worse is if the Steelers missed the field goal. And I'm like, oh, my God.
The worst part, no, there's so many bad parts in that is the Vontez hit on
Pac-Man. I think it was like a fourth down conversion, the fumble.
But the ball that Roethlisberger threw on that play was overthrown by like 20 yards.
It was bad.
So there was no way that they were going to convert on that.
From a certain Kevin Michael Von Magnum. I should be happy about the Julio trade, and you know what? I am happy.
He is. Hey, Kevin, I sent you a link on the Twitter, so if you want to talk about it. Originally, Danny B Talks Tom Grossi is in the air.
He is not in the air. By the way, enjoyed trading Aaron Rodgers for a third-round pick. I hope you enjoy
to the Denver Broncos of all teams.
Let's watch it be like the Oakland Raiders or something ridiculous. Mr. Yes, I can't wait for the Congrats Winnipeg video. Hey, you guys, thoughts about Jake Evans being injured in Game 2? Well, he tried to be Bobby Boucher and Waterboy. He was just trying to move around, get the ball, and then Mark Scheifele's just like rumbling and stumbling towards the ball and just straight up decks him. So, I mean,
not like you're being
losing Scheifele is not a good thing if you're the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, that's why he wasn't out. I forgot that hit happened in Game 2. I thought it happened in Game 1. So he never returned.
I think it was Game 1, actually. Yeah, but still, that was a 4-game suspension.
What was the game where they lost? Yeah, it was Game 1, and it was a 4-game suspension.
Yep. So I forgot. It was 5 days ago.
Yeah, 4 games.
I remember we had the clickbait sports about it.
I was trying to remember that it was what it was. We're being invaded now by Tom and his posse.
Oh dear.
Tom doesn't stream on Tuesdays though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Why is he raiding us?
So they just know.
Does he have like a private Discord that just raids us? And it's like, okay, what are you, the Huns? Are you trying to siege our cities and raise our buildings and loot our
communism is definitely a cult. And,
it is. I'm personally waiting for the Heaven's Gate situation where he has them drink green flavored Kool-Aid to their
and castrate themselves.
No, castration's a little too easy. They're going to fall at the altar of Aaron Rodgers to keep him, and he still goes to Minnesota.
Do you think in Tom's house there's a Jesus shrine with the Aaron Rodgers candles? I think
there's a little more than that.
Right.
There's a lot more than that.
All right, Tom, I see you, buddy.
I am the wind. No, you are not the wind.
You are not the wind.
No, you take out the wind. You are the D.
We are not winning. A cult for tax purposes. Okay. That's the biggest sham on earth is start your own religion.
We should be our own religion. You were trying to start one with Fivertarianism.
Fivertarianism, baby.
Yeah, you call that a nonprofit. Maybe I can say I'm like a medical hospital for salt. And I say, oh, look, I'm a nonprofit. Because our most popular hospitals are UPMC. They're a nonprofit.
I'm so proud of myself.
Do you deserve a cookie?
I am the wind beneath your wings. Fly. Aaron Rodgers is going to fly so high he can touch the sky. Mile high. Thank you. Thank you. Thank God for third-round picks. Does Denver have the capital? I think Elway trades the next 20 drafts for. That's the only way that it happens.
The thing is, you can't trade a quarterback because You already have Jordan.
Yeah, you have
Love.
Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater. Like
Well, they have $30 million cap space to work with, but that might not include rookies.
All right. Let's talk to Kevin Von Michael Magnum, who just walks away as soon as I'm about to bring him on.
There he is. He's actually
and I'm right back here.
Our
Hello.
Tennessee Honk.
Good timing.
Honk is another word for fan. I'm not referring to your skin color there. It means honk.
No.
Like you're a fan, right? If I added an E to that, I guess. How come that's not considered? Anyways, Kevin, let's talk about this Julio trade. What do you feel? How do you feel?
Well, I should be happy, and yes, I am. Fuck the haters. I am happy. For what it's worth. Well, yeah, for what it's worth, what are you going to do as a defense against this offense now? You can't stack the box anymore, can you?
The only concern with Julio is if he's out there, right? He's only played how many games the last 3 years? That's the only problem, right? If he's
been out like half the year. Oh, they said he's out.
If he is healthy, he's going to stretch the field vertically, and Derrick Henry is going to get a ton of yards, and then or Julio Jones is going to get a ton. It's going to work beautifully. It's the proper acquisition. It was the right team for him to go to. I just think that his health is going to be the biggest concern. Now, it might even be worth it to just, have him be load managed, or have it.
I mean, the only time he was really injured, he was only injured for half the season last year. So, otherwise, he's been mostly healthy.
Half the season. That's 50% of the season. Okay.
But that was only one season, though. Julio Jones does have a lot of mileage on him, but Atlanta was just a fucking shit show last year.
Julio Jones.
I'd rather have Julio Jones than A.J. Green.
What's his WAR? What do you think Julio Jones' WAR is if he played all year last year? Do you think he's +2 wins for Atlanta?
I'd say that. I mean, you probably got 1 win last year. I mean, you could say about 2 wins. Average value for last year was 6, and a standard year for him is over 10. So, I mean, 6 and 9
but him
games.
not being there was like -3, right? So you see where
minus 1 or 2,
Yeah, him not being there was like -2. So if he's not out there for the Titans in half the games, that's a liability. But if he's out there during the playoffs and they make it, that'll
be huge. He stretches the field. I mean, he has one of the greatest catches in Super Bowl history that's not recognized because.
Well, so did Jerome
Kearse. Javon Kearse, yeah.
Yeah, Jerome Kearse. Javon Kearse had that freaky, everyone would still be talking about that, like the Tyreek.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the greatest catches that is never made. Like the Tyreek catch and the Edelman catch.
Who?
You're talking about Jermaine Kearse.
Jermaine Kearse.
Sorry. Javon Kearse is with the Titans.
Javon Kearse is the Titan.
The freak. He's defensive.
Defensive end.
Hey, look, your bad information is taking my information. All right, Kevin, wrap it up. We got to get to more super chats from people, the lovely people like even yourself.
Yeah, one more thing. You also got to contend with both A.J. Brown, because you forgot to mention him, and you also have Josh Reynolds that they signed earlier effect. So,
yeah, I think the Titans.
You got a lot to contend with when you're a defensive coordinator right now.
Right. They didn't have to give up much, right? A second rounder, I think.
Yeah, a second rounder, and I think a 4th and a 6th swap.
Second rounder and a 4th.
And you got a 6th in return.
And they got a 6th in compensation. Oh, and they're also going to get a third.
A third too.
And they're also going to get a third for Corey Davis. Well, you're going to get a third for Corey Davis.
Well, that's not next year. That's a year after.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good deal. You should be happy. Go drink some. Some
drink
beer,
some of that magical optimism juice.
Yeah, some magical placebo, and enjoy your off season. We'll see you when football season starts. Thanks for checking in, Kevin.
I'm ready to get hurt again.
Yeah.
We are all ready to get hurt. You should know that.
All right, buddy. Love you, man. Thanks for stopping by.
So a little update on the Tampa Bay
That
Carolina game. Third period has just gotten underway.
That was Kevin, everyone. Oh,
We need like a little sieg afterwards of just like
Oh,
a couple
no, I don't wanna
trumpets
do
playing in
that.
the background with applause. That's what we need.
mm-hmm.
Make us do for 2,500 Costa Rican cologne. Connor McDavid equals Luka Doncic. Save them or get them some help. No, Connor McDavid is Mike Trout.
Yes, Luka is.
Luka did get kind of he carried that team. But,
Luka's got to become an MVP before he's compared to Connor McDavid. How many Hart trophies has McDavid won already? Like 2 or 3?
like 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Yes, what is the future of Mark Scheifele? He'll serve out the suspension. He's not a dirty player.
I think 1 game suspension. It's not a repeat offender. That's why I thought he was only going to get 1 or 2. It wouldn't have mattered. Montreal would still won.
Yeah, he's not Nazem Kadri, okay? He's not Tom Wilson.
He's not Ryan Reeves.
He's never done anything like this. I was surprised that he did it, honestly. Because
Connor McDavid has only won once, apparently.
Oh,
Taylor Hall won once, and Draisaitl won the other.
really?
Yeah.
Hart trophies.
Mm-hmm.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I just looked it up. I thought it was 2 or 3 myself. He'll
How
get
is that
2 or
even
3.
possible? McDavid.
Well,
I
Taylor
remember
Hall
the
had that
first one.
mammoth year the year after. Kucherov was outstanding.
Kucherov,
the year they choked.
from him. Yeah.
And then Draisaitl was a fucking beast last year.
Yeah, and Draisaitl pretty much got that because of McDavid. You know, like
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, Draisaitl was an excellent player in his own right.
he is Draisaitl. Yeah.
So, the nominees this year, I think, are actually that was last year. Sorry,
What are the
Draisaitl,
nominees
McKinnon, and
this year?
Panarin. That's probably last year.
No, yeah, I don't even think they've.
They haven't
nominated.
announced them yet. I think they just did Vezina. They just announced those.
Who are the nominations? Do you think are going to be this year for Hart?
Well, probably Matthews, McDavid, and who would be the other?
Matthews for sure.
Yeah, Matthews
David,
easy.
um,
I would probably say McKinnon.
McKinnon. Yeah, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. I know Adam Fox is going to be nominated.
Adam Fox is
Norris.
Norris.
For the Norris, but I don't know if he'll win it. But man,
it'll be Hedman, Fox, and trying to think who else would be a nominee, like Pollock or Pollock. One of those guys, maybe. I would say Kel McCarr would be an interesting nominee.
Who had a great year?
Jacob Slavin.
Slavin over a hot mic.
Trying to think of like the really like creme de la creme defenseman. And not just on reputation, because I know Doughty and Carlson are not getting the goddamn bill.
No, Carlson is dead, and
He's-
Doughty is a shell of his former self. Sean Pinkerton, rest easy, Coach Fossil, a very fine coach that coached the Giants to Super Bowl 35. Yes, they got bombed by the Ravens defense, but so did everyone. Yeah, he took Kerry Collins to a Super Bowl, okay?
And you lost to Trent Dilfer.
And his Super Bowl really was that NFC Championship game where they just
crushed the Vikings.
Yeah, that was the most I watched that game from snap to snap, and that was the most perfect Giants game ever. Now, what would you say for you was the most perfect Steelers game for you and your entire fandom? Because that
in
day
terms of like crushing opponents,
like where you didn't have to worry about it. Something was on the line. Like, that was the NFC Championship game. Like
I'd probably say it was the AFC Championship game in 2006 against the Denver Broncos. It didn't even feel close.
What was the final?
Let me take a look. Remember? I forget. I know it wasn't anywhere near close.
But that game for me, I was like, the Giants are going to the Super Bowl on the opening snap. Like, because Ike Hilliard took a slant pass to the.
It was 34-17. They went out to like a 24-3 lead in the second quarter.
Yeah,
and it was just like it wasn't close.
Yeah, the Giants won 41-0. Like
it was only a 10-point game, and then the Steelers got it back and won.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this is an end-to-end game here. This is a 200-foot game.
It's a fast series. The South is probably the most exciting hockey out of any division, in the playoffs at least.
Chat, if you have any games that you remember that were
a wide break and a great save by Nedeljkovic. Brady
Yeah,
Point.
I'm seeing a lot of mentions of the Browns beating the Steelers.
That's
a perfect
pretty
game
obvious.
for them. Oh,
Well,
what
for
a
them,
save!
not for us.
Yeah.
I think everyone's aware of that. Do we really have to be reminded of that game?
Daniel Shell. Oh, there's another game that when the Mets closed out the Cubs that year in 2015, they were like on them from the beginning, and then Daniel Murphy hit a home run in like the 8th.
The one for the Cubs would probably be Cubs Pirates 2015. That was just a decimation. Like they came out to like a lead in a bloop single, and just like Arrieta just dominated that day.
Yeah.
And it's just it's like they were pretty much cruising the whole time.
There's another game where Bobby Jones pitched like a one-hitter against the Giants, and I was like, holy crap. Because like Bobby Jones never completed a game and is like, he can never make it past the 7th inning. And he pitched like a complete game, one-hitter shutout against the San Francisco Giants. It was great. 43-8. Yep. That's a game where your team just blows another team out in a huge moment, and you're just like, wow, I can't believe we did this. Daniel Shell says, are my Bruins done? Lols.
They're not done until they lose games.
Nope.
They almost made it a game again. They almost took it to OT. That's all you got to say.
Yeah, but, the Islanders held on, and I think the Isles are likely going to advance. But remember, we said that the Jets were going to kill the Habs. Like, we didn't even –
I didn't say – I thought they would have stolen a game or two, but I didn't think it was going to be like, that
No, we
outrageous.
said like 5 or 6 games.
I said 6, I think. I said
I said 5. Old takes exposed. Song of the week from Alex Moreno says, the lyrics are in the Discord. I'm ready when both you are. Please maximize the emotion in the song for ultimate vocal performances. So yes, we were sent lyrics to The Reason.
Oh,
He's
jeez.
not a perfect Packer. It's about Aaron Rodgers. Cause their team becomes poo. Okay, we'll have to sing that. And we just got the lyrics, so that's going to be more ear rape for all.
Here's one reason: Bucks Chiefs Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Chiefs are out of that.
59-0 Patriots over Titans.
Over Titans.
That was like a regular season game, though. That wasn't a playoff game.
Oh man, the Tampa has had chance after chance.
Yeah, they are getting good looks. I mean, Nedeljkovic is just like pulling a Hellebuyck Game 4.
He's pulling a Carey Price on him right now. Who's going to win the Vezina? Is it Hellebuyck again?
Well, Hellebuyck, Vasilevsky, or Fleury. Those are your 3 guys.
Yeah, Fleury had a great season.
Mm-hmm.
Song of the week from Alex Moreno is, where is it? It just disappeared. My Own Prison by Creed. Creed.
Oh, dear.
He says it's not that bad. It's Creed. That's like you that's like you handing me something and being like, taste this. I'm not trusting that.
I wouldn't trust it either. I'm going to be honest. I would not trust that either. Let's take a look. Jonathan Hill for 10. 1, thoughts on the Julio Jones trade. 2, someone checked on Tom Grassi. Aaron Rodgers is holding out. Oh, don't worry. We're going to relish in Tom Grassi's misery. We are going to relish in that, especially for certain actions that were taken about a week and a half ago. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Tom. Tom is a bitch, ain't it?
If I have to create an ode to Dave Gettleman, I say that we make Tom do a rap song about Aaron Rodgers leaving.
No, a rap song about Aaron Rodgers getting injured, and then after we reveal to him that Aaron Rodgers has been traded to the Denver Broncos for a 4th-round pick.
We got to make Tom rap because he says that he can rap, and I'm not buying it. Like, could you imagine little white Italian Tom Grassi from Westchester, Connecticut, just rapping?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of street cat cred does he have there? Former school teacher?
What are they going to call him? Lil Lambo?
Lil Lambo. Lil Grassi. and his Grossi posse. Could you see him coming out like Flavor Flav with?
No, I see him like crisscross with the backwards jeans,
Mhm.
like the not the do rag, but like like a bandana.
Cornrows too.
Yeah,
And
cornrows in the background. You have like maybe like a vest with no shirt underneath, couple piercings.
Well,
They're
I
like
was
Kid
thinking,
Rock.
I was
That's what
thinking
I'm really
instead of the clock like Flavor Flav, he has like the scoreboard from Lambeau Field like around his neck, and then it's just, and he's like walking out. He's got the final score from Super Bowl. What was the Super Bowl 47 that they won? Yeah.
Super Bowl 47 or Super Bowl
proudly displayed.
56.
That's the only Super Bowl Tom's witnessed, right? Other than Brett Favre. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Brett Favre winning. Brett Favre only won one.
Mm-hmm.
The Rammers line, Vindaloo. Yes. Almost
lots
killed
of Vindaloo.
Dodger. Almost
No,
killed
that was the pistachios that nearly
That's right.
killed
No,
Dodger.
the walnut.
Vindaloo was spicy.
That's right.
We realized she had a nut allergy.
Yeah, that was
And
scary.
nobody realized it. It was, though. It's just
I only came in the aftermath, and they were like, "Oh yeah, she's fine now," and I was like, "Oh."
Well, you
Well,
had to
she
go
almost
back to your
died.
room.
Yeah. I went back to my room to go sleep because legal.
Remember, like it's like,
Legal.
oh, let's get some. And she wanted dessert, and it's just like she just started like just closing. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's the
Good thing
walnut.
healthcare's
Pistachios
free.
are fine.
Good thing there's
Okay.
free healthcare in Canada. Mr. Yes says, I want to see the Avs versus the Habs because Colorado used to be a certain team from Quebec. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Avs versus Habs. It's amazing
And
how
also the
that whole-
Patrick Waugh Bowl too, because remember, Patrick Waugh was one of the main reasons why the Colorado Avalanche won that cup in '96.
That's right. And he had beef with Mario Tremblay.
Mm-hmm. And they forgave it. They buried the hatchet.
Yeah. I wonder what was the beef between Tremblay and Waugh that just made him hate him so much that he ran him out of town.
Well, it was also that whole situation where he kept him in for
Yeah.
like 7 goals against.
Yeah. He was having a bad night, and then Tremblay just kept him out. And then the next day he was like, no, you think you guys are hot shit? I'm demanding a trade. And he never played again for them. Mm-hmm. Joe Haas, which is worse, the Bruins defense or Yari's glove hand? But Bruins fans will cry about the officials when they went 1 for 4 in the PK in a playoff game. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The Isles were lethal on the power
Mhm.
play.
I'm sorry. Oh, you're supposed to call them the New York Saints.
That's right.
That's supposed to be the key, but I don't know. It's just
Where did you find that graphic of the
wheel of excuses. That was
Yeah.
one I've seen throughout the times. I saw it last year, I think. Like it's usually like one that's like thrown around when the Bruins whine. It's like this is the perfect situation for it because, hey, things didn't go our way. We got to whine about the officials again because it's
You know
always
what
an excuse.
also-
It's not because like the Islanders are playing a solid game and that Boston is just like not taking advantage of key situations.
Do you know what also cracks me up is when fans say that the announcers are biased. I'm like, those,
Okay.
unless it's the hometown feed, like Pierre Maguire and who does the play-by-play now, not
John
Doc anymore.
Forsland is a Hurricanes announcer. You're realizing it's not hometown bias because you're not listening to Jack Edwards anymore.
Right, or on the NBC broadcast, it's always they're
Like, would you
neutral.
rather
They
have
just
Mike
wanna see good
Milbury and
games.
his caveman mentality talking about hockey? Oh, because he coached and played for the Bruins, maybe he'll give us a like. He'd probably be bitching about the rest too. Let's
Right,
bring
you're
back Don Cherry while we're at it.
Right. You're not listening to Dave Mishkin, right? You're listening to a neutral broadcast who has no stake
It's
in the
supposed
game.
to be neutral. That's
Right.
the key.
They have no stake in the game. Anyways, you read Randall Gavin.
I will read Randall Gavin. Glad I chose soccer over the Logan Paul boxing. USA versus Mexico was crazy and incredible. I heard it was outstanding. I saw the climax of the penalty kick that was saved impressively. And Tampa Bay finally scored. The gates are open. 2-0.
They're going to the semis. Oh, here it is. Here's the play.
Ross Colton.
Colton. Oh, shorthand
fucking
glove.
Colton.
Short side.
Brett Pesci too. Maroon like flanking from the beginning. It's like, yeah.
Oh, maroon. Brady Shea. Hmm.
No, it was Pesci actually.
No, I
So,
think that Brady
I
Shea.
mean, with the saves Nedeljkovic has been
Right.
doing, it's just he couldn't hold on for that much longer. I feel like.
Well, he had a man, so Nedeljkovic had to
Yeah,
cheat
he
a
had to
little
play.
bit.
Had to respect it.
Mm-hmm.
He had to respect Maroon.
Yep. What a maroon. Oh, so Lorenz gave up the puck. And Colton, dude, right in between the pad and the glove. Nice snipe right there.
Ross Colton's
Tampa
been
Bay
butting
is
the goals, man.
advancing. Tampa Bay is advancing.
10 minutes left, buddy. Remember 4-1. It was
Alex-
4-1.
Alex Moreno says, F for Arsenal fans. Kroenke's reached more levels of toxicity and hate unseen since Lizzo bullied Dua Lipa and dissed Kobe after the Grammys. Whoa.
Lizzo did that? Okay.
I don't know.
What happened for Kroenke now? Did he do more bullshit? It sounds like Kroenke's pulling more bullshit.
Alex finds all the petty stuff with Kroenke that he does.
Oh, dude, I don't blame him.
knows
Fuck
what
off,
he's up
Stan
to.
Kroenke. Get out of our club. Mark Hudak for 5 bones. Great stream, guys. Do you think that the failure of the Oilers and Leafs takes some heat off of the teams like the Pens and the Caps? Also because the Pens and the Caps have won cups recently. I think a little bit of that. But, I mean, the Pens and the Caps are in some deep shit as well. Capitals, their core's gone stale. They need a shake-up. And, like, their defense and, like, their age have really turned for the worse. The Penguins, I mean, Tristan Jarry fucked the pooch. He fucked it hard.
Yeah, but
I mean, the neutral zone they were dominated in. Their defense has been bad going on 5 years.
I think if the Isles don't
And
advance,
Malkin hasn't been full strength.
I think if the Isles don't advance, they're going to get a lot of shit. It's been a long time for the Isles since they have even made a finals or even a conference.
They
final.
made a conference final last year. What the hell are you talking
The
about?
Isles made the conference. I don't even remember.
Yes.
They got blown off. They got blown out of the building.
They lost 4-1, but they still made
Yeah.
it. They beat the 1 seed in the Flyers.
That's
How do you
right.
not know this, man?
Dude, I forgot that. I just remember that the Lightning won. Okay, I
The
can't
Lightning
remember
did win.
everything.
They
I'm
played
like
the Stars,
Stephen A.
and then the
Smith.
Stars
I'm like Garrett Cole
died.
being asked if people cheat. I'm just gonna deny that anything happened. No, the Islanders haven't won a cup though. They're like in the same boat as the Oilers, where it's been forever since they've won a cup. They're gonna get some shit. They got to get to the final.
Well, let's be real. It's a lot better than the Flyers. 45 years, no cup, and still going.
Yeah, they haven't won since the Broad Street Bullies, right?
Yep, 75.
Yeah. Did you read Mark Hudak? Yes.
Yes, I did. Julian Bragg. Thanks for the existential musings, guys. Oh, we're known for that here. We'll go off on tangents. If you were here for the lockdowns, it was nothing but as existential musings.
Yeah, you guys should remember the lockdown when we just read David Thoreau straight from the book, and we were just like, okay, let's discuss.
We were talking about utilitarianism and what's going to happen afterwards, and when are the sports coming back, and we had a little blip with NFL free agency. It's like, oh, thank God.
Mm-hmm. We were starting. We got deep into
like,
Shakespeare sonnets at one point, and just. Tom Grossi, we have to make Scooter. Yes, Scooter needs to be punished.
Yeah, Scooter has only lost once. I'm disappointed.
Everyone in the
he
chat
has to talk shit about the Cowboys if he loses. He needs a full 2-minute monologue about how bad the Dallas Cowboys are.
I think what we should do.
They're not going 15-2, and how they don't have the best wide receiver core in the league.
We should find a supercut of all the terrible moments in Dallas Cowboys history and have him
Jared Cook.
watch that and react to it. We got to do something. We got to make it really hurt for him.
He
has enjoyed watching us suffer.
Yeah, he's done nothing but extreme hot takes about the Dallas Cowboys.
Him having to dress as Wildflower could be a great one too.
Not bad.
So Tom, would you have to send him his the Wildflower costume, like all the parts, I guess? Speaking of costumes, you read some super chat.
I will do. You talking about costumes, crazy man. Jared Froman, use whatever excuse you want, Bruins. You can't win if you let your opponent go 3 for 4 on the power play. Exactly. But they bitch about the penalties. So what can you do? Terminal Sports, Grossi sent himself to the Green Bay Gulag. I mean, he's doing that anyway. That will really happen when Aaron Rodgers is gone. All the good times. The Simpsons since 90, each NBA team remaining in the playoffs. It's a long drought or a long legacy of failure. The Sixers have the shortest at 38 years. Someone is due. Who? Ooh. So I said there's a lot going on. I mean, it'll probably be the Nets because super team, but whatever. Whatever. Ooh, kinky. That is very, very kinky, sir.
I grabbed my
You can have the
costume
skeleton
in the
too.
mail. So this is going on Thursday, people. Tune in for me wearing this, and then but I do have bad news. The skull and the wig did not come with it. I gotta try to find one.
Oh, boo!
I thought it was included, but it was not.
Well,
So,
use like a Giants helmet or something.
yeah,
Yeah, like a
that'd be
mini
perfect.
Giants helmet.
I don't have a Giants. I could probably find it.
Like I could do like a mini Steelers helmet, like to be.
I could go find. You know what? I
or
won't
not
even
to-
mind
unless-
buying a Giants mini helmet.
Unless
That's actually perfect.
Poor Jack Ham, I knew him. He was a
Let
good
me
man.
put that on my to-do list.
Oh.
To-
God bless Con Gravo. It's the only reason why I have it.
Quiddy pay.
Quiddy pay.
Tony
Good
or
times.
not Tony? That is the question. All right, keep going. And I got to
James
work on my
Amadei.
All right,
Figueiredo versus Moreno is the real fight for this week.
oh, that's an actual boxing match that matters?
Yeah, it is. And also, apparently, they say go to a party city. And you'll need a
Yes, I
skull.
will go see Party City. I'll get the wig. I'll
Get the wig too, man. You have to get the wig. That's the point.
Oh,
Or else
that's
you're
not-
just Patrick Stewart, and Patrick Stewart's too prestigious.
Right. Hold on. Let me add this. I gotta say, get wig and mini helmet. All right, there we go. Sorry, I had to put that on my calendar. You gotta stay organized.
I don't
Google
blame you, man.
calendar.
I do not blame you. That's what you have to do in this day and age. Mr. Yes, will one or two of you stream the expansion draft? I'm thinking about doing it. I'll do a mock draft beforehand, too.
On your main channel, right?
Yes, main channel.
Main channel. That'll be fun.
I haven't done a solo stream in a while. Actually,
You
wait,
can
I did a
use
solo
StreamYard.
stream with Le'Veon Bell. I'm talking about a real one, not a punishment.
You can use StreamYard now. There's a way to hook it up. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
You can just add destination. So now we essentially both. It's awesome now. Aaron Duvall, Rodgers to the Dolphins for Tua and the Philly pick? No.
No, and Miami wouldn't do that.
No.
I mean, that goes against what
Let's
Miami's
stick with
doing, and they'd
Brandon
have to replace their quarterback again in 3 years. I don't think
Yeah.
they do that.
Yeah. Denver would be happy to do that because they did it once already and it worked.
Yeah, they did it once, and also they mostly need a quarterback at this point. Scott's talks.
Jinx. You read this one.
Whatever. 2 words to stop the spread of communism, and these are some very good words. Listen closely. Brandon Bostic. I like your thinking, man. I really like your thinking. That and also the Fail Mary. Fail Mary is another one that
Fail
works.
Mary.
NFC Championship.
Colin Kaepernick streaking
Alex
down
Smith.
the right side.
Matt Ryan.
Matt
Millennium
Ryan.
Falcon.
Mhm.
Dan Young. I
who's the
predict
guy that fell on
communism
Rodgers?
will end like Romania in 1989. Rodgers traded, the masses revolt, and the Scorpions' Winds of Change plays in the background. Well, you also remember the leader of Romania, Nicolae Ceausescu. He and his wife suffered a very, very gruesome death at the hands of his subjects. So
yeah,
maybe
they
that
lined him up
too.
outside of a gulag and just shot him, and they just
Pretty
fell
much.
over.
Winds of Change, baby.
They had enough of their shit.
Well,
They were-
Ceausescu was incompetent.
He was
That's-
terrible though. He was just an awful dictator. He
wasn't even any good.
Yeah. What is there a good dictator?
I don't know.
Who's
Somebody
a good dictator?
General Tito, who kept Yugoslavian tensions in check until he died, and then they all
Maybe
called him
Kim
out to
Il
shit.
Sung. Maybe Kim Il Sung because they needed someone to fill in that vacuum. And then Pinochet, right?
No, Pinochet was pretty rough. Like, he had some brutal death squads.
Yeah, well, I mean, but he was like, all the drug dealers and stuff. Like, I guess he was like, he had more.
He also took out a couple, like, teachers, lawyers, and political prisoners,
well,
too. So
Huey Long. Yeah, he was a great dictator. There's no good dictator.
Alex the
dictator.
Great.
Who?
Alexander the Great. It's the only one I can think of.
No, there's no such thing as a good dictator. Sam the Seed says Kyle Pitt's gonna light it up. Go Gators. Oh, he must have come from Scooter's camp. Daniel Shell, me as a Pats fan, 2014 AFC title game versus Colts. That
Deflating. Very deflating.
Yeah, it's very deflating.
I mean, that's why I believe the Deflategate thing's bullshit. It's like you guys got crushed.
Mm-hmm. Alex Moreno, Rams late season beatdown in Seattle in 2017. Yeah, that was his perfect game.
Mm-hmm. There was another one I just remembered too. I think somebody said it in the chat. The Penn's North Stars 1991 Cup Final Game 6 crushed them 9-0.
Oh yeah, that
was just destruction.
Yeah, that's where by the second period you're just like, we're gonna hoist the cup, like
pretty much.
Like,
and they just kept going.
What's his
like
name? The guy with the white gloves
got a goal.
Mm-hmm. What's the guy's name again? Gosh,
Jimmy Peck.
Who?
No, Jimmy Peck. He was one of the guys who scored a goal.
No, who's the guy that puts the white gloves on? His name is
I forget his name.
I've done a video on him. It's white.
It's him and one other guy that carry.
Guy, NHL. It's like Kevin something.
Well, let's keep going here. Stephen Frick, Lincoln Park in the end. Packers losing Rodgers version.
Phil Pritchard. Jesus, my memory is
Phil
going.
Pritchard. Oh, it's all going, dude. I apparently can't speak tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Phantom Observer, in the event A-Rod gets traded to the Bronx, how will you guys handle the requisite excessive gloating that BP will almost be sure to generate?
I'm
Deepwater Horizon, that's how you take out BP. You know,
I'm willing to predict that Brandon streams naked for several days.
He's going to lather in hot oil.
Yeah.
And just get those impressive just Denver pheromones out in public. That's what's going to happen.
What if Rodgers goes to Denver and then it's a Tampa Bay Denver Super Bowl and then the NHL has become the NBA at that point?
Pretty much. And then Denver loses to Tampa Bay and he melts down again.
Yep.
No, what's going to happen is it's like Denver, Aaron Rodgers has been traded to the NFC West, and then you see him go off oh my god. It's like he traded to the Raiders. I'm like, that's pretty much what's going to happen. You know it. Nobody can be happy. We're all supposed to be miserable fucks. Our teams are just getting destroyed.
That's what's happened ever since we started our careers, right?
Oh yeah, dude. Like Pittsburgh self-destructed.
Right.
I mean, they won a cup my first time.
Yeah.
That's, but ever since it's
You're
the
Steelers
have underachieving trash. Even that 2017 Cup run, I'm looking at it, it's how the fuck did this team win? They were garbage for a round and a half.
Brandon did get at the beginning of his YouTube journey Peyton Manning
Super Bowl
and the Super Bowl. Yeah. That's how he got big, was that whole season. Rammer's line says Stanley Cup early semifinals predictions. I think it's Tampa versus
Tampa Isles, the rematch, and then
I think
probably
it's Tampa,
Habs Avs.
Yeah, I think it's Habs Avs, and the Avs and Tampa meet in the finals in a great finals. I would love to see
that would be a fantastic final.
Andrew Winslow, thank God I am no longer a Bruins fans because the fans are worse than the Leafs fans by a goddamn country mile. At least my Predators are a meme team. So I guess maybe this guy used to be a Bruins fan.
Bruins fans are bad right now, man. They are flipping shit on me for doing the Wheel of Excuses thing.
Maybe he moved to Nashville.
It's did you see that penalty? It's I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You still fucked up.
Patrick Mueller. Do the Dallas Cowboys a 21st century of failure? Ooh.
Yeah. Irvin, by the way, we're not discounting the Golden Knights. I just think the Avs win in 7.
We've been wrong before. Phantom Observer.
We've been major wrong.
Canadian for that funny money. Suggestion for Scooter punishment: have him build a Lego bust of Dak Prescott to be destroyed prior to the start of Game 1.
That's not bad. I mean, I know he has a Brady bust, but I feel like
he could cheat on that much. I feel like he could cheat on that. He could pay someone to build the Lego bust.
Mm-hmm.
Out missing class. Whoever makes the most delusional statement should also get punished. Then that would be Scooter every week.
That would be Scooter every week.
The thing, I
like
think
we'd have to
talked
just
about
do like a different like tally of every different thing everyone has said. We'll like have it on like a whiteboard back here behind me, and it'll be about like, oh, the Cowboys have the greatest wide receiver core. The Cowboys are going to go 15-2. I'm sorry, 15-2. Yeah, 15-2.
15-2. The thing that I love about Scooter is that
I had
we
to
always
double
have
check
to
to
like.
make sure it was 17 games.
He always asks for reassurance that it wasn't a hot take, and all four of us have to tell him, Scooter,
Like, you're crazy.
that's insane.
I was gone for that week, and I'm sitting there like, really? He's 15-2. And there's like a different comment every week. It's like, dude, tell Scooter to be realistic. Jesus
You
Christ.
gotta love the ballsiness. That's his thing though. His job is not
He's
to
like
be realistic.
hardcore optimist, which I mean adds a different element, but at the same time, it's like, dude, your team's not going 15-2.
Hassan Abenar, nothing against the city of Toronto or anything, but let's all give a round of applause for the CN Tower for lighting up the Habs
And the
colors.
Habs colors. They got lit up in their colors earlier than the fucking Maple Leafs. That's hilarious. Oh, and Montreal's pretty much rioting right now.
Oh,
So,
they're
could you
going
imagine if they
crazy.
win the cup, dude? They are going to explode.
I think if they make the finals, win or lose, they're going to start turning over cars. They've been on lockdown since last year.
Yeah, Ontario's still under lockdown. I know
Yeah.
Canada's starting to open up, or like Quebec is
Well,
a
their
little
cases
more
haven't
like
gotten
easier.
any better. Like they've only gotten incrementally better.
Well,
like,
the problem is they didn't have any big spike, so it's just totally spread out. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Well, Canada's, I don't even know, man. Like
Could you imagine if we were in Canada right now? We'd be, and it's like, oh, it's
We'd be
it's
terrible
day
people.
420 of lockdown. Great.
We'd be awful people. Keep going.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep on it rolling here. DDR MSTR Pro, gun to head, Brady at 50 or Roethlisberger today.
Brady at 50.
Probably Brady at 50.
And then pull the trigger, please, because I'm not sticking around. for
Nobody's
you.
dealing with Brady at 50. If Brady's playing at 50, we're going to be like, we thought Brady was going to retire 10 years ago. Great.
See, the thing is, Brady at 50, he would have been retired for like 5 years. He would be very fresh coming out there. And then,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
He'd still be doing his TB12 shit. Like,
Yeah.
he'd still look like he could throw a football pretty well. Like, even when he's 70, he'll be like, this guy looks better than most NFL quarterbacks.
maybe that's something we do with Scooter. We got to make him do some type of fan experience, like the Eagles fan experience or something like
Yes.
that. Like Eagles
or
fantasy camp.
Redskins fan experience.
Yes, like something where he has to pretend to be an Eagles fan like the whole day and just be like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
God, or wear his Cowboys gear to that.
Collaboration with EDP 445. Well, not now, but I mean, that was the time.
Yes, Hassan Abenar says, sorry, the CN Tower is lighting up in Habs colors tonight. Yeah, I guess they are all rooting for Canada. The unknown, this Hurricanes team is a joke. Absolutely no heart in this elimination game. For me, there is no bright spot in this season. Come on, man. You made it. You had a series win.
Well, Carolina expected more. They're cup contenders.
Yeah,
So they're at the point where they're a little disappointed. It's 30 seconds left, and Andre Palat just scored. Actually, wait, he missed the empty netter. Never mind. I thought it went in.
Oh, he
But
thought
it's
he had a
25
chance, but he
seconds
blew
down
it.
by 2.
Oh, let's bring in Hiei, a Barrica who's gloating as well.
About the Packers, yes.
Yeah.
The greatest pastime of the NFC North is ganging up on a weak opponent. It's like predators. Like you have Lions, you have Bears, you have like Packers who are just like, total predators, and then the Vikings who just raid everything.
That's the most literal name in all of sports is the Green
Mhm.
Bay Packers.
Yeah, it's just like fudge Packers.
Yes. Rents 13 Media. Tree, is this year for a Clippers legacy of failure if they don't win it all?
I don't know. I mean, once again, Kawhi's a free agent. So this is the year they kind of have to do it, or else he might be gone. And remember, they traded all their first-round picks to Oklahoma City.
It's not like they're getting worse until next year. Like, I think next year, if
Yeah.
they win only like 30 games, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alan Nato III. Watson for Rodgers. Please speak it into existence. Also on hashtag National Best Friends Day. Thank you for both being awesome to me, dude. You're welcome, brother. And Watson for Rodgers. I don't know if Green Bay or
Nobody. I don't
Houston
think
does that.
Watson is going to play. I think he's going to be put on the exempt list.
He's going to be suspended. He's going to deal with the AP situation where he has to sit for a year. And then J.J. Watts might have to apologize for
You know
him
what?
wasting a
Really,
year.
what's really disturbing, and you can weigh in on this, but is that massage therapists, most of them, their career is based on them being professionals, right? Like
Pretty much.
they're taught to not. I mean, they're touching someone, right? And like it's their defining characteristic to separate any type of attraction or any type of sexuality from the situation. So for Watson to do that and try to do that shit just pisses me off even more. Like, he is a scumbag, dude.
I think what happened was, I think his ego let him think that, oh, I'm this super famous quarterback. I was hot shit at Clemson. I got everything I wanted. I was hot shit in high school. I got everything I wanted. So what's to stop me from going to a random massage parlor and getting a little happy ending? Because, I mean, it did look skeptical at first, but, I mean, 24 different people, they're now starting to press charges. It's like,
these were professional masseuses. It's like a nurse or something. It's like I don't know. Those professional massage therapists, like, they're supposed to be 100% detach themselves from whoever they're working on. And so even if they were attracted to Deshaun Watson, it's still not professional.
Yeah.
Apparently,
they're saying PA is muted. So,
can you hear me now, fellas?
Yes,
yes,
we can hear you.
All right.
Stephen Frick says, is there a bigger troll final in the NBA than Clippers Nets, given the cost of losing and cities involved? Which player do you think today your team loses to the Kraken?
Say the
also,
E.
you say the E
Fricky.
in my name. Stephen
Fricky.
Fricky. I think for the Rangers, someone like maybe Brendan Smith gets drafted.
They'd have to dangle something for that. Isn't Brendan Smith a free agent?
Maybe. Who's a valuable asset? Maybe. Hedl could get.
Hedl wouldn't be a bad option.
They'd have to protect him, but
so it's what 7-3 or 4-4. They might pick goaltender because is Shesterkin available to be picked? They could go Georgiev.
No way they're gonna let Shesterkin get exposed.
So like Panarin's an easy protect, Kreider's an easy protect, Zibanejad's an easy protect. You don't have to protect Kako or Lafreniere. Kravtsov, you might protect. Bushnevich would be a protect.
Well,
so there's your four, and then Trouba, Adam Fox is a protect.
Miller's a protect.
Keandre Miller. Well, Keandre Miller, I think, is still ineligible. He hasn't played enough time.
Yeah, that's right.
So you probably do a 7-3. So you're looking at you could be able to protect Hedl. So Brett Howden, maybe.
Howden could be gone. Elias Anderson.
Elias Anderson's gone, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
They can protect him from comparison. The fortunate thing with the Rangers is they're young, so they don't have to expose that many people.
They're going to be good next year. I don't give a shit, man. The window is opening. They're going to be good.
Yeah, I think they went a little too knee-jerk with firing the executive branch, but getting a new coach is going to be a good thing.
Getting rid of Gordon was stupid.
For the Penguins, they're going to lose a big piece. I'm hoping it's Michael Matheson, but I completely doubt it. It's going to be either Jared McCann or Teddy Bluger. And McCann's going to be a decent middle six option for them. Teddy Bluger is the one I'm really going to miss. He's going to be a damn fine third-line center for him. Like, you might think maybe Tanev, like, the contract's a little too big. I don't think they take him. Zucker, I don't know. But, I mean, they've got a lot of guys to protect, like Malkin, Crosby, Gensel. Jeff Carter's probably going to be a protect, too.
What if there's
unless they say, like, hey, we'll drop you, and then we're going to make sure you don't get picked.
Carter's pretty well aged, though. I mean, you got to protect your no movement clauses. There's that.
Yeah, I think Carter an NMC still, or is that lapsed?
Let me check.
It's not an NMC. It's not an NMC.
What if guys like Pierre-Luc Dubois get snatched up, or Max
Dubois is not going to be unprotected.
You think?
I mean, I know he's been disappointing, but let's be real. Blake Wheeler, Connor, Scheifele, those are three. Ehlers
Okay.
4, Dubois 5, Adam Lowry 6, and then probably Andrew Kopp would be your 7th.
Kopp could be, Kopp.
You
Yeah,
have-
Kopp is probably the guy they'd want to pick.
Mhm.
You have a modified no trade on Dumoulin. You have modified NTC no movement on Letang. You have NMCs on Crosby and Malkin.
Crosby.
And you have modified NTCs on Zucker and Tanev.
Yep, Tanev got a modified no trade clause. That's a fun moment.
I mean, for Carter, though, he's 36 years old. I can't see the Penguins are going to go out of their way to protect him. I don't know if his previous contract with the last one he signed, I think it was LA.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I didn't know if that was an NMC. Because,
it's not listed as NMC on cap.
Yeah, it was signed with the Flyers, crazy enough.
I think the Rammers line is Scooter's punishment, make him review 44-6. Ooh, that's hurtful. Sean Pinkerton, imagine if Ben Bishop didn't get hurt in the 16 East final versus the Pens. Enter Vassell.
No, what happened was...
ever since.
No. What happened was, let's be real, the Pens were a significantly better team. Vasilevsky was the only reason that the Lightning were in that series. He was the best player they had. You have Ben Bishop in net, you're losing in 6.
Vasilevsky has been the next big thing since.
That's why I didn't understand them blaming Vasilevsky after Game 7. Like, he was the only reason you got to that point.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Vasilevsky's has been the guy, like they were just waiting. Like, they got rid of Bishop because of Vasilevsky.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were happy to get rid of Benny Bish.
Yep.
And now seeing his injuries in Dallas, I think they're glad they doubled down in that position.
And also they got Eric Chernak from that return, who's also a really intriguing get that Seattle could get.
And they might get their second cup out of this. Alex Moreno, I found a raisin for me. It's old and it smells like pee. A raisin to start over new. And the reason is poo. DDR MSTR Pro. Do you think the MLS passes MLB in our lifetime? No.
Maybe, but it'll take a while.
No, they're letting people bet flip now. Mm-hmm. MLS, no. Soccer will never catch on like baseball has.
The thing with baseball is if they have a work stoppage, maybe.
Yeah.
MLS does not advertise well.
They don't market well. The problem is here are these old Europeans that come in instead of embracing the guys from Costa Rica, Central America, the U.S.
That's
itself.
the thing.
The
MLS will never have the level of the Premier League, La Liga, even Serie A or Serie B.
Well, the problem is too the whole American soccer system is fucked. It's based on profit instead of talent.
Right. And we don't start our kids off like they do in Germany at age 6 or 7. We do that with gymnastics, but we don't do it with soccer.
Well,
even
we do
if
it
you
with
have
basketball, hockey, and
even if you have a full tier system like Europe does, who is going to have the time and money and forethought to get their kids going through all of this stuff? Are people going to entrust their athletic 7, 8, 9-year-olds to a stranger? Are they going to entrust them on a bus ride going 3 hours away?
Not anymore.
Well, it's not even that. If you're an elite athlete, you're going to look at football.
And you're going to look at
baseball.
what's your income take?
Right.
And if your income take for being your skill level is, $4 million a year kicking field goals in the NFL, that's well above anything MLS is going to give you.
Right. And it's even less taxing. All you do is run out there once, kick a field goal, and then run back.
Yeah, and if anyone touches you, it's a flag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is our last super here. The Crusader would bringing back Lindy Ruff and the black-red jerseys, good ones, appease the hockey gods and show mercy to my Sabres.
Lindy Ruff's going to be in New Jersey for a couple years, so.
Is he the head coach there?
Yep, he's the head coach of the Devils. You might have to bring back Ted Nolan. I think he's still free. But, Ted Nolan is he's still pretty bitter about the NHL, so.
Ted Nolan is a guy who was coaching 80s hockey in 2006.
With the Isles.
Seriously.
Yep.
Yeah. If you want to talk about guys whose game has passed them by before they even started, Ted Nolan is example number 1.
Yep, and then Ted Nolan will blame everyone else for his own demise, but 97, left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Pat McAfee and Odell Beckham both used to play soccer, and they both ended up in the NFL.
Yeah, McAfee played soccer in high school.
Pat McAfee would not be the famous Pat McAfee if he was ex-MLS player Pat McAfee.
And
Might
honestly,
be Taylor Twellman.
if there was going to be a grassroots effort for soccer in this country, it would have come out of Pittsburgh back in the the 1800s when all the Yorkshiremen and the Englishers and everyone came to Pittsburgh to start making steel and brought their soccer with them. Most famously, there was a Bethlehem Steel Football Club that was made up of steel workers who were imported from England and Europe.
Yep.
Yeah, but we just love our football, which pretty much came from Canada. So,
Well, yeah, George Hallis ripped it off of Canada and started it out of his basement in the back room of his house.
Football used to be where they would kick a ball down a 100-yard pitch and then try. It was like a modified version of rugby. And then they went to Canada. They arranged a game with McGill University, and they're like, "What are you guys playing?" And they're like, "This is football." And they were doing forward passes and stuff. And they're like, we like that. Let's modify that a little bit further. And then, George Hollis invented it. And then football was born. And they had to stop games because they'd go 50-on-50 and someone would die every time. Terminal Sports, this will be the last of the night. MLS, let's stupidly follow European lack of creativity and call our team City Union FC SC. That'll entice the fans to pick us over baseball. Yeah. The Washington Football Club or Washington Football Team took a cue from Chivas Regal or whatever, and Dallas FC, Sporting KC.
There are definitely some times in the early days of the NFL where there were clubs that were called, the
Pottsville Maroons,
the Alton Football Team. Or, the Rock Island Independents. I mean, really.
Yeah.
The Barnstormers.
Green Bay Monsters.
Yeah, these weren't exactly big marketing names. Every new team in the league since the 90s expansion, it's a big marketing name you can get behind. Yep. The Jaguars, the Panthers.
Right. I wish that you could name a team anything, like the Kansas City Fucksticks. That would be great.
If you had enough money, I'm pretty sure you pay off the rest of the owners of the NFL. You can name it whatever.
There's got to be an
honestly. I think Washington. There's a really good name that could bring up a lot of history for them. I think it's the Redskins. I think they should name them that.
Unfortunately, Trey, that's kind of how we ended up in this pickle.
Whatever.
Or unless you make the mascot the Redskin Potato, which has no native growth anywhere near the DC area.
Or maybe the Reskins,
or the Breadskins. I said Breadskins. I like that.
Yeah, but what exactly is a breadskin, though?
I prefer dead skin.
It's the outside.
You mean the crust?
Yes, the crust.
Yeah, the Washington crust. That would fit Washington, D.C. just perfectly.
Wait a minute. There's a team nicknamed the Midgets?
Yes, there is a team called the Freeburg Midgets. You also want to speaking of looking up high school teams in Illinois, we played against the team from Polo, Illinois. They were literally named the Polo Marcos, and that is legitimate.
I think that I have heard that before, yes.
Back in the day, the Macon, Georgia had the Macon Whoopie, which was a minor league baseball team. One of the greatest names of all time. I think there's a team named the Jumbo Shrimp too, right?
Yep.
Somewhere there is.
Yeah.
The New Orleans Baby Cakes.
The Baby Cakes, that's right.
Yeah, that was one for a couple of years. The Aksarben Knights. You remember that from hockey?
That was such a disaster.
That was terrible.
That was such a disaster because when they were putting that damn team in Omaha, everyone was thinking, okay, they got the brand new I think it's at the time was called CenturyLink Center. It was this. It's the building they built near UNO, but it's not part of UNO. It's built by the city. So they thought that, the AHL team is coming. Let's put them in the nicest, newest, biggest building we have. No, they put them in Omaha Civic Auditorium, which is a 6,800-seat concrete bowl of death. It's like if I shrunk the Oakland Coliseum and put ice on the surface.
Yeah, I think Omaha has a really nice stadium, if I remember.
Yeah, that's the new one I mentioned. It was built 7 years ago.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking they can move an NHL team to Omaha for that reason.
It's not big enough. It's only like 14,500.
Yeah. Well, Winnipeg's
Omaha.
about that size.
Omaha
Well,
Hut.
Winnipeg offsets theirs because remember, MTS Center was at one point the third most attended building in the world for events. As far as people through the turnstiles, it's only behind, was it Manchester Arena and Madison Square Garden, I think.
MSG, yeah.
Ian's Dallas says closeout game. Vassy is death, destroyer of worlds. Yep, they got it done. And
Yeah,
then
except
Gadzooks
2016 when they blamed him.
with the $20 at the buzzer. Connor Hellebuck's chiropractic bills must be huge from all the carrying of the jets he does. Hard to do anything when the 5v5 consists of 3 non-scoring forwards and 2 traffic cones. They deserved to be swept. Yeah, they were bad.
Yeah, they, as I said, like analytically, they were one of the worst performing teams, most lopsided series in recent memory.
Right, they didn't have a lead.
Like they got crushed.
They got
I didn't even know they scored goals until game 4. It's like, oh yeah, they score goals. I'm like, wait, they could actually tie the game? It's crazy. Wow.
Brian Baguette says that they host the U.S. Olympic swimming trials at the Omaha building. Fun fact.
And yes, 5. I also wanted to
Omaha
mention, I'm glad we had the same thought at the same time.
Yes.
I heard you say in the background,
All right.
Kobe.
Dodge is going to have an afterburn after this. Hiei is going to finish his 135th scale paper mill. Oh, by the way, Hiei.
Oh yes, I saw the tweet of the boxes that came in.
Oh, and speaking of Hiei will be on the Afterburn tonight, playing patently stupid with Texag 70. So if you're up for some
not
Aggie
bad.
shenanigans, you'll want to be there.
So
So here's one of the toys that Hiei sent me. This is a beaut right here, by the way. This is going to
Very
make a beautiful
nice.
model.
That would be a beautiful model.
now I
then-
also bought a couple of
Big
models
boy.
for myself to try to make because I've never made a Tamiya model before, so I'm going to give it a shot myself. And I was looking at that same display I sent you a picture of.
Mm-hmm.
These people have basically ripped cars out of Gran Turismo 3 and put them up.
Oh, yeah, they're beautiful.
So I have this one. It is a Toyota GT1 TS020 ripped straight out of Gran Turismo 3.
Nice.
And I have no idea. I mean, looking at the parts, that's the parts diagram. I imagine there's absolutely no paint on this motherfucker. So I also did buy some spray paint to try to make everything work here. I just need to put some masking tape
Very
together.
nice.
Which
So
one's
here's
that?
one that I built. This is the 24-hour Le Mans winning. I forget who the driver was, but it's a pretty dope little model.
Very nice.
And then I remember seeing this particular little butte on Top Gear so many years ago.
Oh, that's nice too.
Yeah,
Very nice.
so I got this one to build, and I also got some cans of spray paint. I may want to go back and buy some black because I remember seeing this in all black metallic, and I thought that was rather tasty. So I may have to.
I have
pick
an
up some-
airbrush, and it's addictive. So here's the Benz right here. This is the AMG. my
Very
baby.
nice.
That's sharp.
Yeah.
That's sharp.
That is very nice.
All right.
So are you
Buddy
painting them while they're still on the sprue, or are you?
No,
cut
I
them apart
build
and
them.
paint
Like,
them?
there's a whole order of operations that is involved in it, and like, trust me, if you want to get addicted, like, watch a couple YouTube, like, just search for that particular model on YouTube and watch the whole thing, and you'll be like, I have to do all of that. Alex Moreno, Hiei's voice would be a powerhouse for the court.
Yes. Powerhouse.
Yeah, he wanted
for
me
the
to
course.
sing earlier, but I told him I was in the middle of something because during the entire front half of this show, I was busy on the phone with my father. He's never been out to see me in California before,
Oh, interesting.
and he hates flying. And Jesus Christ, that's a lovely Ferrari.
That is fantastic.
Big F1
Oh, that's an
car.
old school. That's like Ayrton Senna era Ferrari.
No, that's
This is
newer. That's
2000.
F8 era.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's the
Schumacher.
V8 era.
Schumacher.
No, it's past Schumacher. I think that's a. Is that an Alonso or is that a Massa?
I think it's from like the year 2000. It's earlier than
2000. So
2000.
2000 would be a Schumacher.
Yeah, it would be.
All right, Tree, do you have any final thoughts so we can wrap up?
No, I don't actually. I'm going to watch some comedy tomorrow in terms of the Pirates game. So hopefully I'll see something crazy like a runner not reaching first base. So I might have to do another quick video, and I hate my life right now. Someone kill me, please.
Too bland.
And apparently I can't talk today, so that's fun.
Oh, Shell's tried to sneak one in. Pat McAfee on SmackDown is amazing. Yes, he is.
Pat McAfee is always amazing on wrestling.
Grassi, get out of here. Get.
Rossi's still here?
Yeah,
Really?
he says time
Okay,
to bust
Grassi.
out the Hot Wheel.
Gracie, I got
Time
something I need
bust
to tell
out
you.
the Hot Wheels.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, Tommy, I got something I need to tell you, and that is I hurt myself today to see if I still feel.
Mm-hmm.
I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real.
Very good.
The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting.
Oh.
Right open net and he
missed. Oh, no.
I was looking for my
Oh,
lighter.
it's for interference. Never mind. He's in the penalty box.
All right, let's wrap up the show. Anyways, I don't have anything else to say. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the mods for putting in that work. Alex Moreno
One
trying
more
to
Alex
sneak one
Moreno
in.
scare Tom away with the Rays and Elmo.
Uh-huh. And everyone was great. Thanks to all the mods. Thanks, Kirsten, Dodger, Hie, Alex, Nick Mann. Did Omega make it in? No, I don't think so.
I haven't seen him tonight.
Irvin was here. He put in that work. And Makai was also here. Thank you, everyone. And thanks, Kevin, for joining the show as well. I'm 5 Points Vids. We'll see you on Clickbait Sports Thursday. Make sure to punish Scooter. Create a Twitch account. Afterburn's coming up. Dodge has
5
put a
minutes.
link. Yep, 5
5
minutes.
minutes.
Dodge will be live. And I'm 5 Points Vids. And you made it to the end.
And don't forget to watch 5 in a Shakespeare outfit. And fuck you, Tom Grassi. Fuck you, bitch.